Our culture, children can speak Esan. Children don't like anything culture. They don't because the Western religion, so to say, has eroded our culture. So that is where we have to start, from the family, from the home, before we get to the society at large. Before we can look at the government, which is the one that encompasses all of us. So culture is what defines the people. So there's no how a Nesama cannot be defined, because I'm a Nesama. Esamekin, Esameze, Emesamelu, Eba na ba ma fi woto lemelu. That's why there was one day we were talking about history of Esan. I was telling the guy, if you're a pastor, you can't talk about history of Esan, because the foundation of Esan has to do with the traditionalists, because the people that founded various villages in Esan are all Obo or hunters, Owe. So you cannot come and take away your culture that begot your tradition from the existence of your people. You cannot. It's not possible. So there are lots of ways that we have. The language is dying now. Our language is going to extinction. Everything, traditional practice. I'm from Emadu in Ekboma. The last time they have in Isa, it was few people. Which used to, the last time I went to Ehikhamen, it was few people. The last time in Egwe, it was few people. But those days, the whole road will be blocked. People observe it. People believe in it. Now, we have believed that your culture is fetish, that your culture is barbaric, that your culture is devilish. So they project us, our upcoming youth, or upcoming generation, to tell us that our culture is bad. So now we are introducing foreign culture. So we've lost ethics. We've lost values. You can see an Asian woman now that is married, that is a taboo, sleeping with another man because of money. Because we've lost ethics. Ekoyeluma. Oko akimwegbenya waki wene oko no risodo no. Oki yi bomb shot. Ole lo la kimune nwekwa. Oko no risodo. Agbone dede oni. Avewenali. Because that's already a taboo. So we've lost our culture. We believe you cannot do anyhow. You don't listen to your father. You don't listen to your mother. You don't listen to your husband. So we have a lot of divorce today because we lost culture. We've lost it all. So the ethics have to come back. That's what I teach on my page, Esan Aboriginal Studio. I teach culture and tradition of the Esan, because without our culture, we've lost roots. Because a river that lost its root will dry up. So the African man, the Esan man, is losing his root gradually. Gradually, because our language, our culture, our way of life is going into extinction. So that's what I have to say as we start. We have a lot to say, but our language, our culture is now going into extinction, which we of new generation that still believe have to stand up and rise up and teach the coming generation our culture. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Thank you.
Yeah. Now you've spoken extensively by defining culture and all that. Now, if for instance, like Esan now, if we lost touch with our culture, what are the consequences that we are going to face by that action?
That's a lot of consequences. When you lost your values, the culture is your value. The culture speaks who you are. The culture speaks. You cannot. When I was doing literature, when I was in the secondary school, they said, well, "How do you know an actor? By what people see, by what you see, and by what in your environment say. What do they say about you as an Esan man that have lost value in your culture, in your ethics, in your traditional heritage, which are what our forefathers left for us? So if you have lost your culture, if you are neglecting your culture, you tend to insult your father. You tend not to fear elder. The core value of Esan is we respect our elder. The core values of an Esan man or woman. Do IG, Isan one. Even if you are in mice, you greet the man, Isan. Then today, you can see the way our children behaves. The other day, somebody, I will just give this as an example. Somebody was having issues. For a long time, for 20 years, you don't have issues. And they tell you, you visit a dibia, and they tell you that this is what you have to do. These are strictly culture.